Hi guys, Michael here, and welcome back to the farm. When we last left off, we had combined two fields. Let's take a look at the map real fast. We combined fields 12 and 13 together, and we planted canola in there. And then we planted wheat, or we're going to plant wheat in this barley in this field over here in 11. And what I got to thinking is, field 6 here is a grass field, and we need a rather larger field, and the field next to it is currently unseeded. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting the plow out and just making this one giant field here. I think that's the way to go. We've got 3 small fields, which we've combined 2 of them into one. So we've got 2 over there, and if we make another large one here, we'll be good to go. And then that still leaves us a grass field up in the top corner up here, as well as a cornfield over here. So I think that's what we're going to do today. As you can see, we are low on funds, so we're not going to be able to get a lot done other than the sowing and the plowing of the field into one. If we have some funds left over, I'm thinking about buying the, let me go back to here, harvesters. Think about getting the more realistic corn header for the bison here, which fits on our New Holland Clayson, which will be able to harvest the cornfield over here. As you can see, I started fermenting what we have from the shaft from the first field, as well as a little from the second field. And so I'm thinking about, instead of making this all in the shaft, we'll get that corn header and we'll get some corn out of it. That way we can still use it for the pigs, or we can sell it if we need to. So I think that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. We'll leave that there currently. We don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. So as you can see, I started, when we last left off, I started doing this field in barley. So we'll get this guy going again. Let's just get rid of that. Flip over to here. Let's get this one fired up. We'll pick up the plow, and let's get started plowing a larger field. Okay, so it's looking good. Just pause for just a second. I'm going to shut my phone off so we don't get any interruptions this time. And it's on quiet now. And let's go. So we'll unfold the plow. And we'll hit the O key for allow create fields. As you can see here now, it's there. And what I'm probably going to do is, to ensure that we get it straight, the edge is straight, I'll probably hire a worker to get him go straight. Now, you have to finagle this a little bit to get it to work. So let's put this down. We'll hit H, and as soon as you hit H, it will allow shut fields, it will turn it off. And you have to immediately turn it back on. And he'll go a little ways and stop, and you just have to keep doing that. So let's get this started. And as you can see, he'll go out here. He'll probably be stopped. There he goes, and he's stopping now. So let him lift the plow up, hit H again, and hit O again to get it to start. Now, I haven't tested Auto Tractor with this, whether Auto Tractor will do it completely without having to rehire the worker and resetting it. That's something that I could possibly test later. But this will work for the time being. Now, I could have ran the cultivator over the grass to begin with, and it would have made the edges a little cleaner, and shut H off. So we'll go that far there. Let's spin this back around. Now, let's flip the plow. So I want to come down the other side now to ensure that we got a straight edge on it. Shut that back off. Don't need that on. And let's get it lined up. And put it down. And H and O. No, 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 no. Don't you be doing that. You want to work with me here, not against me. There we go. Now this will make the field square. And here we go. And then I think we'll make this a wheat field for the time being. And that will give us a canola field, a small barley field, a rather large wheat field, and just a little more here. We'll leave it there for right now. Let's see if that will do it. We got the plow spun. Let's spin it around. And we'll come this way first. And let's move it in a little bit. I don't want to quite out that far because that other pole there. Let's put it right about there. Shut that off. That will be good. Now this will be fairly square. I think we'll be happy with the results here. Put E. There we go. Lift it up. Okay. And that looks fairly square. Now it's just a simple matter of cleaning up the inside, and I think we're good. Yeah, it looks all good there. I think I'm happy with that. Little mess up on the edge, but you can't get it exactly square. So let's get started. Get this lined up. And V and 2. Now, as you guys know, if you watch my 7 Days to Die video series, I've lost internet for about 2.5 weeks. It took the German telecom that long to figure out what the problem was. They initially thought it was a router hardware fault, or router if you're American like I am. I work for a British company, so I got used to saying router for the last 6 years. But anyway, they sent me a router, as mine was over 4 years old, so they assumed that it was broke, and it was quite outdated anyway. It was a 503 speed port, and they're now currently up to a 523 speed port. So they sent me a new router. That didn't fix the issue, so they sent me another router. And they assumed that I wasn't hooking something up correctly, even though I have an IT background. They assumed I wasn't hooking up something correctly, so they wanted to walk me through setting it all up. Well, when they found out that that was all set up correctly, and that I had it all set up, then they tried to say, well, it was all the cables, the splitter, everything, something was bad. So they sent me the brand new router, a 523. As well as all the cable, splitter, and everything. So we swapped all that out, and the issue still remained. At this point, 2 weeks have gone by, I told him, I said, listen, I'm slowly starting to lose my patience with you guys. I really need this fixed. I have videos I need to put out, family to stay in contact with in the States. I need this fixed now. So they sent the technician out to their little substation, checked everything there. Everything there was fine. Then they came out to my house assuming that everything was incorrectly installed. So they come downstairs where the basement where everything's set up in my computer room, my little small office, and found everything was in fact installed correctly. So they started backtracking out from the house. There was something causing an interference in the line. So it was breaking the communication of the DSL only. I still had phone, but the DSL, the internet itself, was the only thing affected. So right down the road, maybe 500-600 meters, is a train station, and apparently they've got some little splitters, switches, and hubs set up at the train station there. Well, apparently the one that affected just my line, which triggered my line to turn my internet on and off, was defective. So that was the problem for the full 2.5 weeks. So now I'm back and trying to catch up on everything, trying to get videos pumped out for everybody. So yeah, that was quite aggravating, quite frustrating to be out of touch with everybody for so long. But I'm back and going strong now. So I'm a little concerned about the money. I'm probably going to have to take a small loan to be able to get, we're going to need some fertilizer on the fields, because the pigs, as you can see, the pigs won't be ready in time pumping out the manure. Right now there's only 520 liter in there, and that won't be enough to do all the fields. The only field that don't need it is this half here, but all this new area that we're plowing will need manure or muck. So we're going to have to do that, and as we won't have manure, we're probably going to have to do it with the fertilizer, and I'm not sure if we have a fertilizer spreader or not. Let's check that. No, it does not appear. So we'll need to buy a fertilizer spreader as well. So we're definitely going to need a small loan to try to get this caught up. I mean, I suppose we could do the first couple of harvests without fertilizer to save on the money and save on the loan. We just won't get as big as a crop yield, and I'm a little concerned with that as the field sizes are so small anyway. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. We'll get all this done. And we're still going to need at least 11,000 for the corn header to get the corn harvested. So we're definitely in the hurt for money. So we'll have to see how we're going to do that. Now, one thing at a time, though. We'll take it slow. Let's see how we do in the cab. Not too bad there. Looks like we're doing okay. But better come out here so I don't go over and mess up the squareness of the field. We'll clean that up in a little bit. And same as that spot right there on the right, we'll get that cleaned up. So I'm looking forward to trying to get a co-op of a farming simulator going as well. A buddy of mine, Taff in Exile, make sure you check out his channel. We're going to be starting a co-op 7 Days to Die here probably this weekend. This is Easter weekend. Today is Thursday. So we'll probably in the next day or two, we're going to be starting filming of 7 Days to Die co-op. But I would also like to try to do a farming simulator co-op. That's something that he and I have discussed. I don't know how soon we'll be able to get to that, but that's something that I would like to do in the near future. But I'll continue the single player series for sure. I would just like to add the multiplayer faction to that as well. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to the 7 Days to Die. If you haven't seen that game or haven't checked out that game, make sure you check out on my channel the videos of it. It's in alpha now, alpha stage 7.9. And this game has got more in it and is more polished than a lot of fully released games today. I mean, it's just amazing. It's a zombie survival game, voxel based like Minecraft, but it's going to be all smooth terrain. It's got crafting, survivability, tower defense, a little bit of everything in it. So be sure to check that out. If you haven't played it, you really have to play it. It's on Steam currently right now for, I believe, right around $22 or €22. I'm not sure what that translates into dollars. I came into 7 Days to Die before it was on Steam, when it was in patch alpha 1.5. So I've been with it from almost the very beginning and seen all the changes that it's gone through, and it's just remarkable the direction that the fun pimps are taking it. And I'm really looking forward to it. And be sure to check it out. It's a great game. I really can't say enough about it. I am truly excited about that game. There's also another one I want to check out here very quickly. It took me by surprise. I hadn't heard anything about it until just in the last couple of days. And it's called H1Z1. And it's being developed by Sony Online Entertainment, the same people who originally brought EverQuest, EverQuest 2, PlanetSide. It's using the same engine as PlanetSide. It's going to be a large multiplayer online, massive multiplayer online, MMO. And it's going to support servers up to 1,000 people. And it's going to be a persistent world. And it's going to be, like I said, using the same engine as the PlanetSide. And the biggest thing is it's going to be free to play. And it looks really amazing, the video I have seen of it so far. And there's going to be crafting and survivability. But the biggest draw that they're anticipating for this game is you're going to have the ability to build and own your own houses and land and structures. And you can build defenses and help protect it and raid other people's. So that sounds very, very unique to the series. Not many series have that currently. The only one that has something similar to that is Rust. I think Rust is the only one that currently has something like that. But you don't actually own it. You build it and you can lose it very quickly. So it looks like an exciting game. So check out the videos on that as well. Let me just run down the center here, getting this little bit. And I believe we got a little bit down at the other end that we just need to tidy up. Okay, it's looking good, guys. We've got one large field here now. Now I could run the cultivator over it just to even the edges up with the grass and just make it all one direction, but I don't really see a reason to do that. So we'll just plant it as such. We'll just go drop off the plow and park this Ford tractor here. Okay, set it down. And kill that. Jump back over to the other one. We'll get this fired up. Looks like you did a good job. So we got these two that we got to fertilize. We got barley and canola. Let's cycle through the long list of different crops till we get back to wheat. There we go. And we'll plant some wheat in this field. And H. Get him started. Now, let's see what we're looking like on the fertilizer field, or the fertilizer area. And I want mods by machine type. And let's take a look here. We got fertilizer spreaders. Now we can get this small 330 liter for 2,300. Got this one here. I don't know about this one. I downloaded this the other day, but this doesn't actually fit into our theme, I don't believe. I think this is probably a little more modern than what I want to try to go for. Now this one is similar to this one up here, which is 330 liters. So I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to go with that small one there. Of course, we got this one. Now this one would be probably more to our time period. It only holds 800 liters, but it does a wider area, I believe. And with this game, normally in real life you have to fertilize either with manure or pellets or slurry. Then you plow the field, cultivate it, then you fertilize, and then once you start getting growth, then you have to use these sprayers. But this game, it doesn't work that way. You just use one or the other, and it still works the same. So this one's quite a bit more money though. It's 7,008. This is 2003, but we got to anticipate how much the fertilizer is going to cost us as well. This is only 850. This is probably would work as well, but it kind of looks a little more modern to me. What to do. Let's go ahead and just get this. We'll pretend that that's in our time frame. Who's to say it's not? Maybe it was in the 60s, 70s. If anyone knows, please sure to leave a comment in the section below. And let me know if you got any kind of knowledge on that sort of thing. That really helped me out. So we still got to harvest that field. We've got a cornfield over in that area that's not ready yet that we got to harvest. And we got to fertilize these fields and let them grow. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that on there. Now, an interesting thing on this map, you can actually buy straw, and I believe you can buy manure as well, but if you pull a straw carrying vehicle over here, you can actually buy straw here. So if you're running short, you need some for the cows or the pigs, you can actually buy it. Okay, let's take a look. Not sure how much that's going to hold, but we'll see. And go buy some fertilizer. Okay. Okay, fertilizer should be in here. There we go. Yeah, 300 liter, the same as the other one. So, doesn't hold a whole lot, but it should be enough for our purposes. What's he doing? You know what? I think he's out of seeds. Yep, he's out of seed. He's empty. So let's switch over to him. Dismiss the worker. So in case you didn't know, normally the hired workers don't run out of fuel or seeds, but if you're using more realistic mod, they actually use fuel and seeds. So you have to kind of keep an eye on that, which I didn't do. And that's enough for right now. I don't want to drop all our cash that we have. So now let's figure out where he ran out at and try to get it lined back up so he's not, you know, what I can do is perfect time to use auto tractor. We'll go back and forth, collision check, we don't need that on. We'll leave that alone. That's good. We'll leave all that and let's get him started. So he'll follow up no matter how it's done. He'll complete that. So let's jump off. We'll continue on what we're doing. We'll let Philip do what he has to do. And I just want to verify he'll be okay down here with the auto tractor with that pole right there. We'll see how he does. I probably should have turned the collision check on. And it looks like he's going to compensate for it, or is he not? Awful close. He's not lifting up the seeder though for some reason. But he handled it okay. Good job, Philip. Proud of you. Okay. Let's go fertilize. Now, I've never used this particular sprayer, or spreader rather, so I'm not sure what the width of it is. So we'll just take a look. We'll do a test stripe right down here. That's fairly decent. Fairly close to a good judgment. So we'll just throw a couple stripes down. Now my OCD is going to kill me on that stuff with all the little missed portions, so I'll probably have to go back over that. I was way off on that judgment. Okay, so we've got one done. Just hit these spots real fast, otherwise I'll slowly go insane. But as the song lyrics by the famous Waylon Jennings once said, I've always been crazy, but it's kept me from going insane. I'm sure most of you who are watching this have never heard of Waylon Jennings or the song lyrics. Yes, I'm dating myself. Okay. So, unfortunately, I know we're not going to have enough to do this next field, so we'll go top off on a fertilizer. And hopefully one will be enough to do that field. Most likely it will not be, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. We're definitely gonna have to be selling stuff soon. Let's check the market real fast. Ugh, everything's down except for corn, potatoes, sugar beet, and pigs. And unfortunately, we're not going to have enough of either. Pigs, we've only got one that we could sell, and we don't even have a trailer to transport it. So, corn, we've got 4,000 liters. Potatoes and sugar beet. Now, I suppose we could take a load of potatoes over. That's at the Bay Hay and Feed. Anywhere else where it's higher? Yes, the rail line. We could probably take a load of the potatoes over there. We'll probably do that as soon as we fertilize this other field over here. Looks like he's doing a good job. Doing pretty good. Let's get rid of this. And let's get in here for a minute and back out. Okay, let's go. Okay. Also, those of you who have been watching my videos, first of all, thank you for that. I appreciate the support. Second of all, now that I've got my internet back, my 5-year-old daughter and I, we're going to be starting a Minecraft series soon. Daddy-daughter Let's Play. That's what we were attempting to do the day that the internet went out. We were attempting to hook up, and that's when we experienced the problem. So hopefully we'll have better luck the next time we do that, and that will be something we're going to be starting shortly as well. I have another 5 days coming up in May, so it's possibly this 5 days in May we'll probably do that series. We'll probably start that series. So keep an eye out for that. She already sits in front of YouTube and watches some of her favorite YouTubers and pretends that she's recording a video, and she narrates the whole video, so it's pretty good. Or if she's sitting there playing Minecraft, she'll sit there and pretend she's narrating and recording a video. So keep an eye out for that. That's something that she's looking forward to as well as I am, and we hope you guys enjoy that as well. And looking pretty good. It's going to be close. I don't think we're going to quite have enough, as there's a couple slots out there that I failed to get, but we'll cover it up with the next load of fertilizer. Okay, we'll go grab one more load. That will complete this field for sure. And we'll go ahead and drop a load of potatoes, see where that gives us on money wise. See if that would be enough. Well, I know there's no way it's going to be enough to give us the money that we need for the corn cutter. So what we'll probably end up doing is taking out a small loan, and then hopefully once the pigs and the silage and everything gets done, we can get some cows coming in, which will get the milk producing. And I think we'll be good on fertilizer and everything then, as well as milk, getting the extra income in. Then we can slowly start paying off the loan. I think that's the best thing to do. Hit this real fast. Okay, now I don't know why these two spots are not covering up here. Unless they didn't actually get plowed. Oh well. Hopefully it will grow just the same. Okay, so we've got 2 of the fields done. And like I said, we'll drop a load of potatoes now. I'll just park this tractor over here so we can start fertilizing this field shortly. Go around him. Okay. Shut that off. Let's run over here to the truck. Let's jump through the bushes. Let's check the chickens. As you can see, I also bought a chicken coop here, so we don't have to run all over looking for the eggs. We can just pick them up from in here. Supposedly that's what it does. So we'll see how that goes. That's what took a lot of the money that we had. I believe that cost $11,000 for that. No, it was only $3,500. So I was way off on the price. So let's go get a load of potatoes. Now we'll probably do a couple loads. I think what I'll do is the sugar beet I'm going to save. We'll use that for the pig feed, as it's not worth as much as the potatoes, and we have a little more of that, so we'll use the potatoes to sell. Let's come over here. We'll go dump this at the rail line. Okay. Let's see how much this gives us. We're at $286 left. Well, by the time we get over there, we'll see. We'll be much lower than that, as our hired worker Philip is taking some money. So if I figure this out correctly, we should get close to around, I believe, $3,000. I could be way off. So I don't exactly recall what the price was. So let's go ahead and sell. No, I don't think we're going to hit the 3,000 mark. Be lucky to hit the 1,000 mark. Ouch. So 888. So let's just see what that price was again. $134 a ton. Okay, so I'm hung up on something. Oh, what do you know? I drove through the sign. You didn't see that happen. Just a figment of your imagination. Okay. So, do I really want to waste another 7,000 liter of potatoes if I'm only going to get another, what was that, $600 for it? Probably do one more, give us a little money. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll get one more load. By that time, he should be done with the field. We can then fertilize the field, and I think we'll call it there for today. And then next time when we come back, we'll see about maybe getting a loan or see where we are on the crops and try to get the corn harvested, because we're going to need it for the other field as well over there. By then the silage should be all fermented, and we should be able to start mixing some food for the cows. So we're going to need a mixing wagon, feeding wagon, that type stuff, to ensure that the cows have... he's out of seed again almost. So we're going to have to get more seed for that as well. This one's definitely slow. Plus with the more realistic mod on there, that affects the prices. So this one's going to be a slow start. So we're definitely going to have to probably utilize the loan and get a little cash influx in, so we can get some of the equipment we need to be able to start repaying the loans back. Okay, and how much potatoes do we got left? We've got no potatoes left. So there you go. That leaves us with just over $1,300. We're about to lose that as well for when we get more seed, as well as we're going to need more fertilizer as well to finish that field off over there. So it's going to be a while before we can get up and running and making money, it appears, which I suppose is realistic for running a farm, as well as in this time period that we're thinking that we're in, the 60s. So suppose it's all as realistic as it could be without actually being there and getting dirty. So let's park him here for the time being. Let's run over here and check what this guy's doing. I can see he's almost out of seed, so we'll probably have to jump in on that. I don't think he's going to have enough to finish up. He might. Let's ride along with him and see how he does. I don't think it's going to be enough. No, it's only got 7. It's not going to get very far at all. But we've got almost all of it done. And you can see he's turning and following the terrain to best utilize the coverage. That's what Auto Tractor and Auto Combine does for you. Very great mod. And I just installed the newest version of Auto Tractor. It's up to 1.3, I think, is the new version of Auto Tractor. Auto Combine, I believe, is 2.2 or 2.3, somewhere around there. So if you haven't used those mods, be sure to. They're great mods. What do you know? It looks like it was enough to finish up. So let's get rid of him real fast. There was one little spot down here that was missed. Lift up the cedar. There was one little spot that was missed down here. Let's go back and grab that. It was right there. It was. Now, some of you guys thinking, well, why are you getting this little bit there? I'm a completionist, I guess is the correct term. I like to have everything complete. So it's just like adventure games like Morrowind or those type games. I have to explore every little corner, every little cave. I have to do every little quest. It's just it's the disease, I know it, but that's how I am, and that's what I get my enjoyment out of, is making sure I complete a game. I'm not one of those that races through the main storyline just to beat it. I like to enjoy the game, especially if I'm going to pay that kind of money for a game. I want to be able to enjoy it. Okay, guys, we've got all the fields fertilized. Let's take a quick look. So 12 and 13 is now our canola field. 11 is our barley field. 5 and 6 is now a wheat field. We got one over here. We got corn growing in it, and it's got a ways to go. 7, we got corn in there that, well, we don't own the field, but that's ready to harvest. We got to get that done. And then we have our grass field up here, as well as a grass field over here where the sheep are. Now, we'll probably keep this as our grass field. I'm thinking about probably plowing this in eventually as well. So we have that, because we can always use all these other areas to get the grass that we need to get for silage and for sheep and so on. So let's go ahead and fertilize this field. I can see that we're about 46 minutes into filming. So we'll probably just finish this up, get this fertilized, and then we're going to call it quits there for today. And then when we come back next time, we'll see where we are and what we got to do, and we'll continue on. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, it's not going to be enough to finish this field in the one, because we were only at like 60%, I believe it. But we only have to go part way. We don't have to do the whole field, as part of it was already done. And if there's anything you guys like to see in particular, any kind of crops that you'd like to see, any kind of equipment you'd like to see, please make sure to comment below. As this is just what I feel that is the best currently, but that doesn't mean it is the best. I'm sure some of you that's played longer, or some of you real farmers out there, may have better ideas. I'm open to everything. That's what makes this game enjoyable to me, is seeing what other people do and hearing what other people like to see. So please do that. I'd appreciate that a lot. Out of the way, chicks. Let's just check the fermentation level on this right now. It's at 7%. So, oh, come on, get over the hill. Let's get this couple little pieces here I missed while I'm right here. Okay. Okay, this about does it. We'll just finish this little section up here. Now, some of you are probably saying we could have gone over another couple feet to the left there, and you're probably right. That's probably something that we could also do, and something that we might do in the future. Okay, so we're just at $1,200 left. What I'm going to probably do is fast forward time. When I come back next time, we'll fast forward time just to get the crops ready to harvest, and then when you join me again, they'll be ready to harvest, and we'll be able to continue from there. So until then, guys, thank you for joining. Please like and support the videos if you enjoyed them. Share them with your friends. It only takes a few seconds. Until we see each other again, have a great day. Bye.